So I just ditched Google as my default search engine. So usually if you type in the search bar something like weather or so, you would get a Google result, but I just implemented ChatGPT 4.0's new search feature, and this is a browser plugin. And yeah, so if I type into the address bar anything, any search query, it automatically uses ChatGPT 4.0's new search feature. You can see it here. So if I type in weather like this, then it gives me the weather forecast in, say, Stuttgart, where it assumes that I'm currently are, and yeah, gives me like in degrees and so in Stuttgart the weather sources. And in this video, let's quickly go over 10 search queries. Okay, first one, messy soccer pictures. So let's see if ChatGPT can handle those. So you just type it in, it automatically executes a search query and gives me the messy pictures, right? So these are real pictures, it's not generated pictures. So this basically completely replaces Google, right? And it's better than Google because you can ask follow-up questions and stuff. So this basically makes one of the most valuable business models in the world. It just completely disrupts this, right? So this is a real game changer, and it will only get better from here. So ChatGPT is really disrupting the world right now, and it doesn't stop. Okay, so what if I ask for, say, do some house porn? So if I ask for beautiful house pictures of famous personalities or so, it searches the web, it retrieves the pics, right, and it gives me the houses like Leonardo DiCaprio's Palm Spring estate. Is it this one? I'm not sure. So let's click on it. Here you can even make it larger, so it looks like a good house, right? So I can search for houses, I can do image search, I can ask for the weather, like even if what is the weather in Munich tomorrow, say. So things you would ask at Google, you can use ChatGPT. So I will keep exploring it with 7-8 more interesting search queries, and you see it can basically give me all the information. It also has some financial integrations, so I can, for instance, ask for NVIDIA chart. It executes the query and it gives me the full chart, right, with Google, and I can even, like, it's an interactive chart, so I can do 5-day, 1 month, 6 months, year to day, 1 year. So right, Finxter said, actually listen to my first videos. At $46, they would have made good gain on NVIDIA already. I can ask even like some complicated questions, say, what does Tesla trade for? Since I talked about it in my last video on the Finxter channel, so let's check it out if it can do this. This is like a complicated query, right? Google would really struggle with such a query. And yeah, it checked out the Tesla stock. It's currently priced at $283, and it even retrieves the last video, like published 6 months ago. So yeah, it would represent a 13% over the past 6 months, right? 13% over 6 months is a great return. So it can do this kind of more complicated queries where it needs to retrieve multiple pieces of information, puts them together in a coherent answer, and Google is actually able to accomplish this, which is really interesting. So let's check out another query. Make money online with AI. What does Finxter recommend specifically? These type of queries are difficult for Google, right? That's why I selected them, because it needs to, like, again, pull information from different sources and then make some sense out of the information, right? And rewrite the information, restructure the information in a new way. So Google is not capable of doing this yet. And you see, like, content creation and stuff, and it even gives me the reference to a blog post, Make Money AI. If you're interested in this blog post, I will give a link in the description below, so you can go over this blog post as well. Okay, so it can do these type of queries. Let's do something completely different, what many of us also do, like statistics, Bayern Munich versus VfB Stuttgart soccer. So I actually watched the game and I want to do some in the stadium, and I want to have some statistics. It also can retrieve this type of information, and also gives me this information in a well-structured way, right? And it gets better over time, which is really great. But now let's have a look at this thing. So say I'm still at the Munich stadium, just having watched the game, and I want to know where can I eat Italian pizza this evening. And then I tell it where I am. I'm at Munich Stadium at the moment or so. And this kind of, you can imagine voice queries, right? Because ChatGPT is already great understanding voices, so this would work as well. Now let's check this out. Here it gives me the map, it gives me like my location, it gives me the current pizza restaurants that are nearby, and yeah, it's like exactly what I need. It's really interesting stuff, right? It uses OpenStreetMap data, not Google Maps, but it's great. It's fine for me, right? So I can use this kind of information. It also gives me detailed information, which is really great stuff. Okay, next one is, for instance, this query: what are the 3 most famous AI papers? It compiled 3 very interesting papers. Attention is all you need. For instance, ImageNet classification and playing Atari with deep reinforcement learning. And these are kind of really, really interesting papers. And yeah, it compiled them in second, right? Google would also struggle with this type of information. It would just give me maybe a resource or so. And now ChatGPT can actually give me the resources, right? But it can also give me its own opinion and pull some information together, so that I don't have to, right, as a human being. So it removes one step, which is kind of my human compilation intelligence, right? And yeah, so what again? I can, for instance, if I consider joining the Finxter Academy, if you're interested in check out the Finxter Academy, here you can learn to become an AI engineer from scratch. So you can go over multiple of those AI courses, complete learning paths, download a certificate. So it's like a university for AI engineers, but it's not a complicated, like AI engineer to me is like just a practitioner who uses AI in the real world to create value. And this is really simple if you understand the API, for instance, OpenAI API and stuff. So you don't need to be an expert coder, but you need to like look at the real world and try to integrate these powerful tools into the real world, like creating real utility for companies, possibly replacing many jobs, and you can make a lot of money doing this. On Upwork, for instance, you can earn like $100 per hour or so. So if you want to like learn how to become an AI engineer from scratch, then check out the Finxter Academy. I will also give a link in the description below. And if you want to have some reviews, you can also ask ChatGPT Search what are some reviews of Finxter Academy. It gives me this information. It has received positive feedback from its users, particularly for its Python programming courses. Many learners appreciate the platform's structured learning paths, so it understands that I have learning paths implemented here, which was actually a tip from my daughter. So I used my daughter's tips to and then implemented the learning path feature. It gives me interactive challenges, which is also true. One user stated the site is absolutely fantastic. It has really helped me grow in confidence in reading code and develop my skills. Another is like satisfied with the value that is included. Yeah, whatever. I mean, you can use ChatGPT Search in various different ways. So yeah, it's an awesome feature, and I have just ditched Google. I use this as my default feature. So what do you think of this? Please leave a comment. So right, if I type in anything, it will now automatically give me a ChatGPT output, so I don't use Google anymore, at least for my default queries, which is really a game changer, right? I would not have imagined this happened in 2024. So as the year started, I was still believing that Google has a significant moat, and the habit of just using Google will carry it at least another decade forward. But now this, I mean, imagine a year from now, it will have completely changed the game once again. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and see you next video. Bye.